So today we're going to discuss reservoir problem. So this is the continuation of the application of our pipe theories. No, these are the Bernoulli-Sergi principle, continuity equation, and the head losses. So from our previous discussion, we've discussed our pipes and in parallel and series. Now this will be on a different level since we are dealing with pipe or what we call reservoir. No, wherein the pipes are connected with junctions or pipes are connecting two reservoirs or three reservoirs at different elevations. So in reservoir problems, there are two types that we will encounter, no, or pwede natin makita. First, type is wherein the given the discharge in one of the pipes or given the pressure at junction P and the required elevation is the elevation of the one of the reservoirs or the diameter or the length of one of the pipes. And another type of reservoir problems is given all the properties and elevation of all reservoirs, find the flow in each pipe, which can be solved by trial and error, or the same thing that we have done with pipes in series and parallel. Parang ganon, no? Or following what we call continuity equation kasi we are dealing with discharges. So parang ganito yung ating pwedeng makita problem. So first, we could see, no, dito, for example, reservoir A, B, and C with given elevation, parang katulad kanina sinabi, no, sa tawag ito sa pwede maging type ng problem. So, given yan, then meron tayong junction dito nakikita. Ito, yung ating junction P. Tapos, given yung ating mga flow. Flow, yan. Ito. So, dito, yung assumption ng flow is that Q sub 1 is equal to Q sub 2 plus Q sub 3. So, by applying the continuity, no? Pag dating sa junction, maghihiwalay. So, continuity equation. So, ganun pa din, the direction of the flow applying the Bernoulli-Sergi principle, pag ganun ang direction nating EGL. So kung from point A to a junction, eto, so ayan, then from point C to a junction, yan, kung pababa siya, pabaliktad, no? Ngayon, para ma-apply natin yung ating uh, problem na to, or para magamit natin yung EGL, kailangan natin kumuha ng tinatawag na P prime, wherein yung ating P prime is the sum of the pressure over gamma at point P plus yung pressure mismo doon sa ating junction. Or, ayan. So, parang gano'n, no? Yung umpisa niya. Pressure at the junction plus P over gamma. Okay? Or elevation. Should I say elevation pala to? So, elevation of the junction, sorry, Bernoulli's energy principle. Elevation of the junction, Z sub P, ayan, plus P over gamma. So, natin P prime. So, kukuha tayo ng uh, junction P prime wherein dun magmi-meet yung ating point. Bakit natin kinukuha yan? Kasi sa actual, naglalagay tayo ng what we call pressure measuring device just like piezometer. Okay? Kasi alam natin na at that junction, sa totoong buhay, magkakaroon ng mataas or may value yung pressure na yon. At hindi yan yung pressure na same with that exact location. Ibig sabihin yung kanyang elevation. Hindi. Gagalaw yan to a certain height. No? Pwedeng mas mataas siya sa isa sa mga reserva or tulad nito, pantay siya or mas mababa siya sa isang reservoir. Depende sa flow. Now, ngayon, paano natin masasabi na yung ating P prime, ito, ay mas mataas sa reservoir? If yung ating Q sub 2 ay magpo-flow mula sa junction pataas, therefore, yung ating P prime ay nasa taas ng ating elevation nung kinukonsider natin P sub 2 ay yung ating line sub 2. Okay? So ngayon, kung gusto natin na mas mababa, we will consider the yung flow ng ating elevation na mayroong line sub 2 pababa doon sa ating original junction P. Okay? So, para mas maintindihan natin to, itong calculation ng type 1 and type 2, no? Magsagot tayo ng sample problem. To, nakamukhang kamukha niyan. Ayan. So, dito, ang pinapahanap sa atin is determine the flow in each pipe in three reservoirs shown. So, ano siya? So, dito, mukhang type 2, no? Given daw yung elevation and properties, pinapahanap yung flow. Actually, kahit hindi naman natin gawin yung type 1, magagawa natin yung sa type 2 kasi hahanapin pa rin natin, no? Pinapahanap, pwede natin maging required is yung elevation. So, pero dito kasi, given yung elevation or yung pwede rin naman kung magiging unknown yung elevation, edi parehas lang kasi same process yung gagawin natin. Okay? So, ito yung ating problem, no? Given yan, pinapahanap sa atin ay yung discharges sa lahat ng point sa pipe na yan. So, tingnan natin. So, kamukha siya nito, no? So, pwede tayo magkaroon ng assumption that yung discharge sa point 1 or line 1 ay equal sa discharge sa line 2 plus line 3 if by continuity or, ayan, pwede rin na etong isa wherein yung discharge sa 1 and 2 ay equal sa 3. So, depende no kung sino yung susundan natin or yung ating titignan. Okay? Depende kung saan natin titignan. So, para maintindihan natin yan, so mukhang ang binigay naman sa atin dito sa ating problem, no? So, tignan muna natin mabuti. So, binigyan tayo ng mga values ng F. Magkakaiba yung coefficient of friction. So, iba-iba yung head loss nito. So, from this type of problem, mukhang individually, we could compute for the head losses. Okay? So, i-ano natin, so tignan natin mabuti. So, actually, we could actually bring this illustration no, para mas madali sa susunod na slide. Ayan. Okay? Ayan. Yan. So, we could actually compute, no? So, unahin muna natin yung head loss sub 1, no? Head loss sub 1 sa pipe sa line 1, that is, kung F yung binigay, so gamit tayo ng anong ulit yun? Ating Darcy-Weisbach 0.0826 FLQ squared over D raised to 5. So dito, 0.0826 multiplied by F, ang binigay sa line number 1 is 0.02. Yan, 0.02 times the length. Ang length natin, ayun, binigay, no, 1,800. Okay. 1,800 meters, so mahaba to, reservoir. Q sub 1 squared, walang binigay na discharge, mukhang yun yung pinapahanap, over D, ang diameter ay 400, 0.4 raised to 5. So, ating HF sub 1 in Q sub 1 is equal to 290.4 Q sub 1 squared. Okay. So, punta tayo na sa pangalawang line. So, 0.0826 times 0.02, sorry, line number 2. So, I think that is 0.025. Yun yung ating papunta sa B. Ay, 0.025 times the length. Length natin is 2,000. Okay. Times Q sub 2 squared over D, binigay sa ating diameter na 500 or 0.5 raised to 5. So ating Q sub HF sub 2 in terms of Q sub 2 is 132.2 Q sub 2 squared and ating HF sub 3 or head loss kasi magkakaiba ng friction no? So 0.0826 times D, friction factor 0.03, length natin is 4,000 times Q sub 3 squared over D, ano yung diameter natin? That is 800 or 0.8 raised to 5. So therefore, ating H of sub 3 in terms of Q sub 3 is 30.25 Q sub 3 squared. Ayan. So given na yung ating mga head losses. Okay? Given. Ngayon, ang problema is, ano yung direction ng ating flow? So, tip no, sa pagko-compute. So, since etong point A na merong line 1, ito, ay siya yung pinakamataas na elevation, by action of gravity, no, magpo-flow talaga yung liquid pababa. Yan, pag ganito. So, this is our Q sub 1. Okay? And then, at junction P, dahil etong points yung lowest yung elevation, therefore also by action of gravity, ito ay magpo-flow din pababa. From, let's say, Q sub 3. Yan. At junction P. So, ito na lang hinahanap natin. Ano ang flow nung Q sub 2? Yan. Ano ang flow niya? Okay? So, if we're going to analyze this problem, No, sabi natin, no, hindi pa natin alam eh, kasi nakadepende, sabi ko kayo, nakadepende ang magiging P prime natin or assume na panibagong junction based on the flow of the discharge kasi magkakaroon tayo ng EGL no na sinusundan ng ating flow same with the principle ng ating BEE o Bernoulli's energy equation. So i-set muna natin yung ating elevation or should I say yung ating point B or reservoir B at an elevation ng P prime. Paano yon? Ganito. Yan. So i-set muna natin itong P prime kapantay ng elevation ng ating reservoir at point B. Okay? Ngayon, kung titignan natin yung ating uh, setup na to, we could say, sabi dito, that HF sub 1, nakikita ba? Na 30 meters. Bakit 30 meters? Kasi sinet natin dito, no? So, from 80 minus 50, that is 30. And then yung ating HF sub 3 is, ano to? So, 50 minus 10, 40 meters. Ayan. So, sabi nga natin kanina, ito, no? Meron na tayong HF sub 1 at HF sub 3. O, i-equate natin. So, sabi natin, HF sub 1 is equal to 290.40 Q sub 1 squared. In this case, sa ganitong setup, mukhang equal siya sa 30. So therefore, ating Q sub 1, simplifying that, is 0.321 cubic meter per second. Again, ginagawa lang natin to initially para malaman kung mapupunta nga ba sa ibabaw or sa ilalim ng level ng assumed P prime, ayan, nakikita nyo sa screen, yung ating P prime talaga with the movement ng ating Q sub 2. In this case, inaassume muna natin na walang movement yung Q sub 2. Ibig sabihin, kaya siya pantay, therefore ating Q sub 2 following the Bernoulli's energy principle and EGL and HGL, 0. Wala. Okay, o balikan natin yung H of sub 3 or head loss sub 3. That is, sabi natin, ito, 30.25 Q sub 3 squared. Ito, 30.25 Q sub 3 squared na equal sa 40. So therefore, ating Q sub 3, simplifying, that is 1.15 cubic meter per second. Okay? O yan yung ating Q sub 3. So meron tayong Q sub 1, Q sub 2, assuming that Q sub 3, sorry, Q sub 1, Q sub 3, assuming that Q sub 2 is 0. Now, ano ngayon ang gamit ng dalawang discharge na kinompute natin? So, if Q sub 1 is greater than Q sub 3, ibig sabihin mas malaki yung Q sub 1 sa Q sub 3. So, lalabas yung ating flow ay yung Q sub 2 natin ay magpo-flow towards junction or towards reservoir B. Ibig sabihin, Q sub 2 is papuntang point B. Pero, if Q sub 1 is less than Q sub 3, yung ating flow sa Q sub 2 ay away, no? Pag ganito, from junction B. So in this case, ano ba nang nakita natin? So Q sub 1 mas maliit, so less than siya sa Q sub 3. Therefore, yung flow natin ng ating discharge, no, ay pag ganito, Q sub 2. Okay. So from that, we could conclude, no, that or we could actually say that Q sub 1 plus Q sub 2 is equal to Q sub 3. Okay? So, ayun yung ating assumption. So, magiging ganito ang ating itsura. Kung pababa yan, so, since bumaba from point B away, papunta siya from reservoir B papunta sa junction P, lumalabas na pababa yung inyong energy gradient at ganito ang itsura niyan. Okay? So, nasa baba yung inyong panibagong junction na P prime. Wherein, meron na tayong known na Q sub 2. So, hindi pa natin alam kung ano yun. Pero alam natin na magkakaroon siya ng value. Unlike kanina, sa sinosolve natin na initially, walang value yung Q sub 2. Okay? So, balik tayo dito. Since ginamitan niya natin ng principle, ito, na our concept na wherein kung Q sub 1 is greater than Q sub 3, Q sub 1 is less than Q sub 3. Bakit natin ginagawa yon? Ngayon, kung nataon nga na Q sub 1 is greater than Q sub 3, ibig sabihin, dapat mabawasan yung ating Q sub 1. Kaya lalabas is Q sub 1 is equal to Q sub 2 plus Q sub 3. Ang problema, baliktad. Mas malaki yung naging discharge sa Q sub 3 versus Q sub 1. Therefore, kailangan may maidagdag sa Q sub 1 to compensate with that greater amount ng inyong Q sub 3. Kaya nga initially, nag-assume tayo ng flow na Q sub 1 bababa siya, of course, with the highest elevation, and Q sub 2, 3, bababa din siya from junction P papunta sa lowest elevation. Okay? So, balik na tayo. Ito na yung ating naging assumption ng flow. Ngayon, magkakaroon tayo ng mga panibagong HF sub 1, HF sub 2, and HF sub 3 dahil binaba natin yung ating junction P sa baba ng elevation 50. Ito. So, HF sub 1 is denote natin as X. Ito. So, HF sub 2 is kung ang pagitan ng elevation ng B sa A is 30, tapos ibinaba pa natin yung total ng elevation A to junction P ay X. So, this will become X minus 30. Ayan, ito. And then, doon sa ating HF sub 3, dahil ibinaba nga natin sa baba ng elevation B, pero nasa taas pa rin niya, that is 70, dahil alam natin na yung pagitan ng elevation A to C ay 70, then bawasan natin ng X, so that is 70 minus X. Okay. So, yan na yung ating mga uh, head losses in terms of unknown value ng head loss, which is yung HF sub 1. Okay? So, applyin yung ating mga na-compute kanina, balikan natin. Ito. Ayan. Kasi meron naman tayong mga na-compute eh. Sige, i-write natin dito. Yan, dito na lang. So, i-write natin. Sabi natin, HF, yan, HF sub 1, that is 290.40 Q sub 1 squared, equal to sa X unknown X. So, therefore, Q sub 1 is equal to 0.0587, simplifying natin, square root ng X. Okay. O, H of sub 2, sabi natin kanina, na-compute natin, that is equal to 132.2 Q sub 2 squared. Equal to sa X minus 30. Therefore, Q sub 2, simplifying, is equal to 0.087 multiplied by square root ng X minus 30. Okay? And then, H of sub 3 equal siya sa, na-complete natin, 30.25 Q sub 3 na equal siya sa 70 minus X. Therefore, yung ating Q sub 3 is equal to 0.182 square root ng 70 minus X. Ayan na yung ating mga discharges in terms of unknown head loss, which is yung ating H of sub 1. Okay? Yun yung ginamit nating reference. Now, since alam nga natin from this equation, sabi natin that Q sub 1 by continuity at junction P is plus Q sub 2 is equal to Q sub 3. E di gamitin natin yung equation na yan. O sige, lagay natin dito. Q sub 1 plus Q sub 2 is equal to Q sub 3. Ano nga ulit yung na-compute natin? Ayan, Q sub 1, ito, Q sub 2, and Q sub 3. So, i-substitute natin lahat dito. Q sub 1 is equal to 0.0587 square root of X plus 0.087 square root ng X minus 30 is equal to Q sub 3, 0.182 square root ng 70 minus X. So, using your calculator, pwede nyo nang idiretso yan. So, X is equal to 50.286 or pwede rin 287, depende kung nag-round off or round up kayo in between calculation. So, 287 meters. And this is your HF sub 1. Yan. HF sub 1. Okay? So, makakompute na natin. So if HF sub 1 is equal to 50.287. So, makakompute natin yung ating HF sub 2. Ano nga ulit yun? Sabi natin HF sub 2 is, that is x minus 30. Yan, so, x minus 30, or that is equal to 20.287 meters. Yan. Then, HF sub 3 is equal to, yan, kung tinatanong, so that is 70, I'm sorry, HF sub 3, that is 70 minus x. So, 70 minus x, yan. So, that is equal to 19, yan, 0.713 meters. So, that is if tinanong yung inyong mga head losses. Okay? Pero kasi ang concern ng problem, balikan natin, ang tinatanong kasi sa problem is determine the flow in each pipe. So, ang mas concern niya ay hanapin yung mga discharge. Eh, given naman lahat, mukhang sinolve na natin. So, Q sub 1, sabi natin, is equal to 0.0587 square root ng x, which 57 square root ng x, or square root ng 50.287, that is equal to 0.416 cubic meter per second. So, ano to, derived formula na kasi inayos natin, no, in such a way na ang discharge ay naka cubic meter per second. So, next, Q sub 2 is 0.087. Ano nga ulit yung inyong HF sub 2? That is x minus 30, or pwede na ito, diretso natin, 20.287. Ayan, so 20.287, or that is equal to 0.392 cubic meters per second. At yung ating Q sub 3, that is 0.182 HF sub 3, or yun yung inyong 70 minus x, that is 19.713, that is equal to 0.808 cubic meter per second. Yan yung ating answer sa discharge. Ngayon, tignan natin kung mag-equate niya ba. So, sabi natin, to check Q sub 3 is equal to Q sub 1 plus Q sub 2. So, tignan natin dito. Tama ba? 0.808, is it equal sa 0.416 plus 0.392? So, this is, so 8, yan, 10, 1. So, tama, no? 0.808 din to. Ito ay 0.808. So, tama yung inyong sagot sa mga discharge. Okay? That is our discussion on the reservoir problems.